Hi there, my name is Michelle Genders and I'm a provisional psychologist based at Katoomba Office of Associated Psychology Practice. Today I'd like to offer some tips to parents of adolescents as to how to help them develop their resilience. I'm really interested in this area at the moment because I think as the pandemic continues, this is a key thing for us to all be trying to learn and develop further. Now, I was doing some research for my clients about this, and I came across a really good resource for parents of teens, and this applies to younger children as well. So, I actually have appointments available, and I really enjoy working with people of this age. So, if you're interested, our number is 0247223137, or you can book on our website. So, here are the 7 C's, the essential building blocks of resilience. Now, resilience is the ability to bounce back from life's inevitable challenges. That is small or big. So, young people at the moment, for example, it might be something like going to the shop and not being able to get the kind of food that they like. Or it might be something bigger, such as the idea that they were looking forward to travelling overseas when they finish school, but they don't know when that might be possible for them. The good news is resilience is something that is not just innate, it is a skill that can be learned and cultivated. Now, the first C is competence. This is about noticing what young people are doing right and giving them opportunities to put that into action. Now, we encourage them to try new things, even if it doesn't go well, or they make a mistake, or they never do it again. Now, they can learn from that experience. The other aspect of this is nurturing the things that they are good at and are interested in. And that is even if you don't completely understand why they like it. So, for example, a lot of teens at the moment are really into manga and anime. Now, as an oldie, I don't necessarily understand a lot of what's going on in that, but I find that if I ask them about it, ask them about the characters, show an interest, then they will, I can develop an understanding why they're into it. But in some ways, it doesn't really matter if I understand it, it just matters that they get something out of it. So, the next C is confidence. So, we all need confidence to navigate the world, and this help and learn how to think outside the box to deal with challenges. Now, one way to develop this in young people is to encourage them to try age-appropriate tasks that do stretch their abilities, so they can realise what they're good at, but also what they're not great at the moment yet, and let them know that they can always, if they put in effort, get better at things that they're not good at, or maybe there are some things that are just not not their thing, but they can always ask for help from other people who are good at that. So the next C is connection. So this could be connecting to people in a more formal setting, like school, youth groups, or activities after school. But it also can be informal, so it can be within the family or within family friends. So this creates a sense of security in young people, and extroverted young people might be more likely to naturally create connections with a whole lot of other people. But we do have a lot of young people at the moment who have more anxiety, have more social anxiety, and that's because they've had less opportunities to be out and socializing. Now, there's also those more introverted young people. So we don't have to uphold a standard that they have to be friends with loads of people. Some young people will prefer just having a couple of close people, maybe 1 or 2 people that they feel really comfortable with and who they can talk to, and to slowly build up those connections over time. Now, it helps if the thing that they're engaging with is pretty regular, so it builds up rather than just a one-off and expecting them to make friends immediately. So if you can't do something at the same time every week, aim for fortnightly, aim for monthly. The next C is character. So this is about developing a clear sense of right and wrong and understanding what matters to them and what they want to commit to. Now, ask them, what do they care about? Notice what they express that they care about. So they might talk a lot about things being not fair, so that shows that they're interested in justice. Also, if they don't care about anything, which is very common, right, especially right now, ask them what is the reason for them feeling apathetic and unmotivated. Now, that might also offer some keys to what matters to them and what's important. Other thing you can do is ask them who they admire and why. Now, I find that they might admire a celebrity or they might admire a fictional character, or quite often they actually admire people within their family network or friendships or perhaps someone at school. The next C is contribution. So this might be a bit tricky to get happening. So this is about contributing to the well-being of other people and not just thinking about themselves. Now, one aspect of this is helping them to understand what they have that other people don't have, a sense of gratitude. Now, one way that this maybe could be talked about is to ask them one thing that they're grateful for or that they're happy about each day. Another thing is noticing what their sense of right and wrong is, but when they express a concern or being upset about an issue, and then trying to facilitate an opportunity for them to actually take some action, even if it's just a small thing, to help out with that issue. So this might be in a formal way, like actually volunteering somewhere, but it also could be something informal. So this might be they say they're worried about their grandparents being more isolated. So you organise for them to write them a note, to send them a text message, to have some FaceTime. I understand that these things can be hard to facilitate sometimes though too. Now the next C is coping. So this is about offering healthy strategies for coping so that they don't turn to unhealthy strategies, and letting them know that there's always a bit of a balance in life. So there are things that can start off being healthy and become unhealthy. So the next C is control. So this is offering opportunities for them to be in control of their decisions and actions in an age-appropriate way. So this will develop their critical thinking skills. So they'll have to think through the steps on how to make this happen. This might cause a little bit of anxiety in you. You can assist them to talk it through, or you could trust them to be thinking it through in their head perhaps, or you could facilitate opportunities for them to discuss this with another trusted adult if there's a bit of resistance at the moment to them telling you what's really going on in their heads. Now, the next thing, so we've gone through all the C's, and there's one last tip that I'd like to offer, which is I find that young people really respond well to you telling them about your experiences of being a teen. And this relates to resilience because we all had our struggles, and some of them were similar and some of them were different to what happened for them. So tell them what it was like for you, what the kind of things that you found difficult were, They might find your references silly because they don't know them. They don't know what music you liked or what TV shows you watched or how you used to use a landline phone. Um, but yeah, make a point of telling them how you got through it, how you were resilient, and what you learned from it, and how it made you the person you are today. Um, or Because when we model resilience, this is how they learn it. And if you have a teen who's not really very communicative at the moment, that's, I guess, the way forward is to use these 7 C's yourself, and to talk about your own strengths, talk about your own values, talk about your own healthy coping skills, and use them. So I hope this has been helpful, and I hope that you're all well. And again, if you want to make an appointment, you can do so online at our website or give us a call on 02 47 22 3137. Thank you.